Strength through will is how we can reverse the perversion of values that have been instilled in you, in me, and all our brethren, insidiously through generations of ancestral oppression. Though it stood with as much superhuman endurance as anyone could, it left a deep impression. Invisible scars that have caused us to devolve into a state of unconsciousness so malignant, we've nearly forgotten we're not a problem to be solved. We always been the solution they seek to dissolve, with the illusion of ties that bind us to a system that blinds, of most vicious design, which is to free no man. Only together, through sharing of wisdom, can we heal the wounds of division, forever sealing that evil incision, and finally deprogram.
Brother, but a normal person would think, like, if I'm trying to win this presidential race, I'm not going, it's certain shit I'm not going to say. I'm not going to insinuate anything racist or sexist or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that because I want to get in the White House. I want to be the president. And he was out here saying some crazy ass shit. And you know what it reminded me of, bro? I'm going to tell you, that nigga was out there doing wrestling promos. Like, he was cutting the bad guy promo. And the people were entertained by it. That's how he ended up being the president.
So hold up. You telling me Donald Trump took the manuscript of a wrestling bad guy and took it all the way to the White House?
I mean, but you know who his best friend is, right?
Is it Brady?
Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Makes perfect sense.
His wife, Linda McMahon, was part of Trump's cabinet.
Hold up. For real?
Absolutely.
Wow.
You ain't gotta take my word for it.
I'm gonna do my research, but go ahead.
Yeah. But his best friend is Vincent Kennedy. They both billionaires. They became billionaires together.
Cause hold up. Now that you say
Hold up.
Now that you say that, I do remember Trump on the early version of WrestleMania.
He hosted it at Trump Plaza 2 years in a row.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man meet at one of those WrestleManias that was at Trump Plaza?
Absolutely.
Okay. I see it. Hey man, I know my history, man.
Yeah. But that's all he was doing. So wrestling, you know, to the people who are to all the cool people who think like, man, that's, you know, you never know what you're gonna learn. You can learn something because all it is a bunch of social experiments.
That's why,
like right now they got a transgender. It's a transgender wrestler who wrestles women, but was born a man and identifies as a woman.
Hold on.
And never in the history.
Hold on. Ain't that cheating?
I mean, yeah, in the old way of thinking, but we live in a new world now.
Hey man, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, so, well, yeah, John Cena was a social experiment. He was such a good guy. He was so good that people turned on him and just started booing him. And he never did nothing bad. They just got bored of him being so good.
For real?
Now, what did that sound like? Though? I mean, don't that happen every day in real life?
Absolutely. The minute you listen, let me say this. The minute you're not what certain people want you to be, they will turn on you. That's I almost sound like an old wrestler promoter.
Yeah.
Hey,
ravishing rolling Rube.
Hey man. after the one and only ravishing Rick Rube.
Yeah.
Hey man.
But I mean, you know, it's life.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I grew up watching a lot of wrestling when I was little. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my show is gonna be about. This old school wrestling stuff that we got. Like you said, you know, we could talk about the WrestleMania the WrestleMania series, the 2 years that they did WrestleMania at Trump Plaza. You know what I'm saying? Or the biggest WrestleMania ever. Like stuff like that. We talk about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite wrestler growing up, all that.
Yeah. Hey, that's dope, man. Do you got a title for it?
Right now I'm going with the name Bumping Like a Boss.
Why? I want to know this. Why?
Okay, bumping is a wrestling term.
Okay.
So like let's say if you we know that when you throw a punch at somebody in wrestling, it's not a real punch. I mean, you can connect with it real, but they're not really punching each other.
And they always come with when they punch you, they step at the same time.
Yeah.
And all that. Yeah.
But how effective would the punch look if I don't bump for you, if I don't make it look real?
Okay. So bumping is making the punch look real.
Yeah, bumping is making the punch look real, making the kicks look real, making the chokes look real, selling the act of being hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, hey, you teaching me something, man. I ain't know the term, so you teaching me something.
Yeah, man, that's what we're here to teach each other, man.
Yeah, that's why this is the Deprogram Show, and you be surprised, even the guest can teach the host on the Deprogram Show.
Yeah, but yeah, it's called Bumping Like a Boss. At this point, we're gonna go with Bumping Like a Boss. But yeah, we'll have some fun with that one right there, man. Because everything I gotta be so serious all the time. Like you gotta have a release sometime. You gotta have you know what I do sometimes. You know, my kids come over and they'll be here, and when they leave, I miss them. So I just cut on the TV like the shit they like to watch, like Coco Melon or you know what I'm saying, cartoon Tom and Jerry or something. I just have it on the TV because I'd be used to them being here so much, and then when they leave, I'd be missing them. You know what I'm saying? So I just cut the cartoons on and just to help myself. You know what I'm saying? Just to help myself, because I think a lot of people suffer every day and they don't know how to. I think that's what doing drugs and shit. That's how they cope.
Yeah,
but there's other ways to cope. It's other ways to cope.
Everybody, not to cut you off, but everybody needs healthy coping mechanisms.
Right. And if you need to take a walk, or if you need to watch some cartoons, or just get in the kitchen and cook something, even if you ain't hungry, just if you like to cook, just cook. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you so sad one day to where you just can't get over it, throw yourself a birthday party. Go get you a cake and some potato chips and some candles and shit, and invite some people over and just tell them it's your motherfucking birthday.
Hey man, you getting out some good game.
It's okay, because man, I'm telling you, bro, I suffered for some years, bro. Like I don't really talk about it, but I suffered for some years, man, and I had to be a man about it. But that it really wasn't being a man about it. It was just really just dismissing my feelings. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through it, and then you got to deal with it. That's what being a man is about.
All right, check this out. I'm finna give you something, man. And it's in regard to that, and in regard to, it's gonna tie in to how every time you came up with a dope name, somebody came and it seemed like they were jacking it. All right, check this out. I want to say, might have been year 2000. I was at Howard High School. I came up, I was listening to Juvenile, that and I think it might have been right before You Understand. So I'm up at Block Life. Shout out to Kevin Freeman, aka Block. And I come up with a song. The song is called Yeah, That's Me. And in the hook, I say MVP's out the easy for she's in, don't you doubt it. All about $1, baby, and I'm known for getting rowdy. always as an artist, remember your stuff. So
Right.
I would say, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's me. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's me. And I even perfected it when I performed it. I would have the crowd saying, yeah, that's me. I'm going to tell you what happened to me. And this going to be real familiar to you. So I'm gaining traction. Donna L was on the radio. I'm performing it. I leave the stage. She come back out. It's your girl, Donna L. Yeah, that's me. So I'm like, I got him. So I go and try to get a radio version done. Right when I had everything ready for the radio. Shout out to Gilly the Kid and the Major Figures. I was pissed at the time, but they came with the doom, doom, doom. Yeah, that's us. Hey, man, I thought I had a major hit, man. And they came and blew it out the water. I was like, God. I was so mad, bro. You talking about hot. I'm in the 10th grade, maybe 10th or 11th grade, and I'm finally getting my rocks off with this music. Took me a minute to get my footing. Shout out to my homeboy, aka Vinny the Shark, because he helped me. I'm gonna tell you my name. My name at the time was MVP. Then Mr. Malvo, aka Vinny the Shark, we was writing. He said, hey man, you might need to call yourself Mr. Very Pimpish. And at the time, I was feeling myself. So I said, man,
hey, that was cool though.
I said,
that was cool.
I'll run with it. And I dropped the yeah, that's me. And it was taking off. And Major Figures put a monkey wrench in my plans. I ain't no hater. So shout out to Gilly the Kid, who's also doing this thing. Him and Wallow was both in Major Figures, and they now have a podcast doing their thing, $1 million worth of game. So, hey, that's why I told you earlier, great minds think alike.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
All right. So, looking back at that situation,
yeah,
like, what did you not do?
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Now I finish the question. Then I want to make sure I answer it correctly.
What did you not do to protect yourself?
Glad I figured you would ask that. Right now, I manage artists. I'm not going to reveal. Right. I'm not going to reveal who, but my first lesson to any artist that I manage: get your paperwork in order.
Right.
If I would have had my paperwork in order, guess what I would have been doing? I'd have been like, yeah, push that Major Figures, because they gotta come see me. But as a rookie, as a guy in high school, I wasn't astute with my paperwork. So all artists, get your paperwork in order. That's music 101.
Right. But yeah, man. Yeah, Mr. Very Papers, man. I remember that, dog.
Hey, man. Listen, man. I give you another little history tidbit. My daughter was born in 2006. I went through, actually, since you mentioned depression, I went through depression. And guess what? We got a homeboy in common, Mr. Trail, who you mentioned earlier. That's both our guy. And I'm gonna say this. I don't think I ever said this on the Deprogram Show, but when he see it, he go know. And you probably gonna start laughing. Shout out to Derrick J too. Check this out. At one point, I was homeless, right? I was going through it. So I had to live with my brother, and he's still my brother to this day, Trail, Mr. Clemens, as he likes to call himself, or maybe Bullock. I don't want to mess the man's name up. So, okay, I'm living with Trey. You seen the movie? I think I might be wrong on the movie, but was it High or something like that?
Half
Baked with Dave Chappelle. Half baked with Dave Chappelle. I didn't even like the movie Half Baked, but in my real life, I became the man on the couch. But hey, man, listen, man. But guess what, man? The beautiful thing about being the man on the couch, I went through a spiritual transformation as the man on the couch. I wanted to commit suicide, and this is just me being transparent with the people. And I never forget it. I was working at Chatham Drugs. I gave all my music to Trey. I said all the music, man. I had buku music. I had a white Explorer at the time. I said, Trey, listen, man. I'm gonna give you all my music, man. I don't want nothing to do with music. I'm turning my life over to Christ. I made a mistake, ended up going to jail, which actually led to me being freer than I ever been as a human being. So people, don't knock your journey. Me becoming a man on the couch led me to the man I am today. Thanks be to the
Hey, guess what though?
Hey, man.
Shit, we all have been a man on the couch, but you the man on the couch.
Hey, man, look, man. I wear it as a badge of honor. Cause look,
right.
I went from the man on the couch. Now I got my own couch. Shout out to Trey and the Most High for using him, allowing me to be the man on the couch.
Hey, that's a good brother. That's a good brother.
Yeah, that's my brother, man. And we talk. That's my guy, man. That's my dude, man. Hey, he gonna always be my dude. That's my brother. Anytime he need me, he know. Just hit up R.M.J.R. and I'm there. I don't care whether you in New Zealand. If he in New Zealand and he need me, I'm coming. That's my brother.
Yeah, he know what it is.
Yeah.
That's my bad fella guy right there.
Hey, man. So, hey, man, I got to go into this, man, because you mentioned children.
Right.
We got to go into this, man, because this is another thing you could teach the people. If you got time. If not, we'll go into it another time. We
got time.
We coming up on an hour.
Hold on, let me grab my black right quick because I know I think I know what we about to talk about.
Absolutely, get ready.
Okay. All right. Find my damn black. I think I'm gonna hit it right now. It's not heavy there. Well, a little bit though. I was smoking a little bit. Smoking this a little bit. All right, I'm back, man.
Hey, y'all, listen, man.
Hey, this ain't messing up your video.
No. Let me set this up, man. Hey, you finna have a serious conversation. When a man gets up and say, hey, bro, let me go get my black, man. Hey, shout out to Lil Kenny, man, the Black King. In our city in Chattanooga, Tennessee, Little Kenny, aka Kenny Crook, may he rest in peace, is gonna always be the Black King. And I mean the black and mild king. Nobody ever will take that. So let's go into the conversation. Child support. Cause bruh, I ain't gonna lie, bruh. I pay child support. I love my daughter. I pay child support, but you put me on some illustrious game. So kind of dive into the game you put me on off air.
Well, let's be clear. Child support has nothing to do with love.
Say that again for the people who listen.
Child support, paying child support, being on child support, it has nothing to do with loving your kids. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these people shame you, because at the end of the day, their bottom line is to make money for themselves. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about your child. You know what I'm saying? They just a business. And I learned that. I learned that it was just a business.
Let me say this in regards to what my brother is going into, because I don't want it to be misconstrued. What he means is he's not saying do not support your child. We're talking about, to make it clear, we're talking about the system of child support. Go ahead, my brother.
The title 4D program. That's what I'm talking about. It's part of Social Security. It's part of the Social Security Act. And basically what it is, ladies and gentlemen, for anybody that feel like I'm knocking somebody's hustle or whatever they're doing, if you have a son, your son, a boy child, he is already predetermined to be on child support. A female across the world could say that he's the father of her child and get on child support and be on the hook for it. So think about that. So
hold on. Let me make sure I ain't tripping. So all they got to do is say it, and you on the hook.
All they got to do. That's all they got. Man, listen. All they got to do is say you can never see a female ever. If she can say that you're her child's father, she can tell this she can go down to Human Services to sign up for whatever and say that she can just pick a name out the